It's your turn. Go on, take it. Get me out of here, please. If we don't escape, I'll be punished. I've been bad. Don't worry, I can do this. What if you can't? I'll be punished, just like Juliet. You see? One down. That just leaves yours and the one on the door. I'll be punished. I've been bad. I'll be punished. It's okay. Be quiet. Just look out, okay? Get me out of here! Be quiet! What are you doing? Help me, please! There isn't time to open both locks. Yes, quick! Quick, quick, quick! She's there. She's been really bad, hasn't she?
Eliot?
Just a second. Alice, I thought you were on the day shift. Pie?
Well, I just slipped out for a second. This arrived for you at the station.
Thanks. I'll put it in the back room, then I'll get you a slice of pie. Deal?
I'm kind of in a hurry. What kind?
Blueberry.
It's a deal.
It's not much, but I earned it.
God damn it, Ness! You gotta be the slowest waiter in Santa Esperanza.
Okay, Dickinson. Coming right up.
Anyway, they catch the deadbeat robbing the pharmacy, but there's no proof, so they hand him over to me.
Eliot, seriously, I don't have much time.
Take your time. If Jenkins says anything, tell him it's my fault. And let him know that I'll continue to keep his agents waiting until he settles his tab.
I don't think I dare. But this is worth getting in trouble for.
To think, I didn't find my true calling until I was in my 50s.
And this time, go easy on the chili sauce. Gives me indigestion.
Done.
Okay, I tell him, if you confess right now, I finished work on time, and everybody's happy. If you don't, I have to work late. I get mad, and I have to rearrange your face.
You really said that?
There you go.
And listen to this, Ness. And then I say to him, the doctor will have to work late too, and it'll be your fault. He'll be mad. And when he's done fixing your mug, it'll be so ugly, you'll never get laid again.
He sang, right?
Yeah, like a soprano. And you know what I did next, Ness?
You rearranged his face.
Exactly. You see, criminals are like dogs. By the time they get punished, they forget what they did wrong. But a bust-up face is forever. Ah, hot damn! This burger is worth coming here for.
Glad to hear it, Dickinson. Wish I could say the same of all my customers.
Ah, screw you, Ness.
Your first time here, right? I like this job, you know? Not because I like serving coffee or food. This job is about understanding people, knowing what they want, what they need. You just have to keep your eyes open. The clothes, the haircut, a little movement, a hand clutching a knife. Don't even think about it. Not because of me. At most, I'd knock out a couple of your teeth before disarming you. The guys you should be worried about are the cops at the other table. They'd keep kicking you in the ribs long after you passed out. You'd be lucky to wake up in a hospital. The question is, what do I do with you now? Buy yourself a suit, son. Get a shave, get a job, and make a man of yourself. And if you come back here looking for trouble, you'll find it. You want coffee? I forgot to thank you for bringing my pension check.
Well, I saved you a trip.
And a headache. The station's full of Dickinsons. Your dad would be proud of you.
Thanks. But not Jenkins.
Easy there, miss. Slow and steady wins the race. If I don't get some blackberry pie this minute, I'm gonna die before this day is out. Can you help me, sir?
I'm afraid not.
It's too bad. I need something sweet for my last day on Earth.
Blueberry pie? Last slice.
You use almond extract?
Quarter of a teaspoon.
Which brand?
I make my own. Do I know you from someplace?
Me? No. But you do know my boss.
Garrison, O'Reilly, DePietro, Dockers. Garrison, O'Reilly, DePietro, Dockers. You, call your boss. I have business to settle with him.
Can't even enjoy a quiet smoke. Look, I get it. It's Christmas. You're lonely and you want to end it all. But Santa Esperanza is full of bridges. Why not throw yourself off one of them and leave me in peace?
Tell Capone that Eliot Ness is here. We're going to finish this thing once and for all.
Jeez, I don't get paid enough. Listen, you got it backwards. I'm not here to make my boss come out. I'm here to stop you getting in.
I hope you asked Santa Claus for crutches, because if you don't do what I say, they're going to be the perfect gift for you.
Maybe I could borrow a pair from your buddy, Dockers. I hear he's never gonna need them again.
You shouldn't have brought that up.
Oh no? You gonna cry now? Hey, come on. It's Christmas. At the front gate! It's Ness!
Put down your weapons. You'll get a fair trial. Look out!
Have any last words?
You come into my house?
Your doorman was kind enough to let me in.
You kill my men.
You killed my friends.
Would you kill an unarmed man? You? Eliot Ness?
That Eliot Ness is dead. You killed him yourself.
Papa!
Vittorio. Are you gonna kill me in front of my son? That stain right there is all that's left of D'Annunzio, one of my best men. I told him to take care of the butcher on East Main, one of the jerks who've been screwing with me for months. We had to make an example of him. Send a message to the other storekeepers. D'Annunzio ripped out his guts and hung him up with the merchandise, but he did it while the butcher's daughter was watching. Fucking D'Annunzio. There are lines that cannot be crossed. We have to protect the innocence of children. Keep them far, far away from certain experiences.
Tell him to go.
Vittorio stays. He's my son, not a storekeeper's child. If his father dies, at least let him know who to take his revenge on. But that's not gonna happen. Look, Vittorio. His hand's shaking. Booze turns men into cowards. You'll be like your father. Never drink. It's funny, huh? The White Knight of the Volstead Act gets liquored up to kill the king of bootleg booze.
Relax, son. Nobody's going to kill anybody. I'd love to introduce you to a girl your age, Vittorio. Her name is Claire Dockers, and she sings like an angel. You two would get along. 2 days ago, Claire's father caught up with yours in a warehouse. Your father was hitting innocent people, and that's not right. He told him to stop, but your father ignored him and pulled out a gun to shoot him. Claire's father was quicker. He drew his gun first and fired, but the bullet jammed. Your father killed Claire's father, in cold blood. He kicked him in the face so many times, not even Claire herself would have recognized him.
You'll never prove I killed Dockers.
I know, and that's why I'm here. But now I know I'm better than you. Your father is a murderer, and Claire hasn't stopped crying these last 2 days, all because of him. Never forget that, Vittorio.
Hold it! Let him go. Run, Ness, and forget I exist, or I'll have to report what you just did. And I do have witnesses. You hear me, Ness?
That's some first-class pie. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. My car's parked outside. If you could join me as soon as possible, I'll be doubly grateful.
Gentlemen, I'm closing up. Time to move along.
So early? What are you talking about, Ness?
Are you serious?
I'm sorry, guys. I have to close up. Today's meal is on the house.
Oh yeah, tomorrow's too, or I'm not coming back. You got that?
Whatever you say, Dickinson. should have loaded it into Docker's gun and shot Capone. Maybe it would have jammed again, but one way or another it would all be over.
At last, Mr. Ness. Please get in.
I can swear I've seen your face before.
Sure. I'm the guy you served a slice of blueberry pie to 5 minutes ago. Thanks for remembering me. Please get in. I can't afford for you to catch a cold. We'll be going up in a couple of minutes. I'll wait for you in the cable car.
Up where? The Hindenburg. Her forced landing in New Jersey almost cost the lives of over 100 passengers. Yeah. Nearly a fireball in midair. It would have burned down half the city. The visionary who transformed the Hindenburg into the monument to aeronautical luxury it is today.
Okay, let's go. Scared of heights?
Since I was a kid, I like to keep my feet on the ground.
That makes two of us. If you need a paper bag, I have one.
How high does this thing go?
Higher than the clouds. I'm afraid I can't come with you. Thanks for the pie.
But
Welcome to the Grand Hindenburg Hotel. My name is Susan, and I'm glad to be of service. Your name, please?
Ness. Eliot Ness.
Thank you, Mr. Ness. Nice choice. Sounds genuine. And now, how can I help you?
I'm here to see Mr. Capone.
There's no Mr. Capone here, Mr. Ness.
Listen, Susan, I know more than 60 aliases for Al Capone, so you have two options. One is to delay my appointment with him until I guess the right one, which he is not going to like. The other is to send me through and earn my eternal gratitude and his. Your call.
He's in the presidential suite. Top floor at the end of the red carpet.
Thank you, Susan.
Have a pleasant stay at the Grand Hindenburg Hotel, Mr. Ness. Your attention, please. The cable car to Santa Esperanza leaves in 3 minutes.
What kind of person can afford this kind of luxury? Shit. You think it's going to be a quiet day and suddenly the storm hits you.
You can't go in there, sir. They're in rehearsal.
Theater?
Shakespeare's Titus Andronicus. They open in a couple of nights. Perhaps Mr. Capone can get you a ticket?
Capone? He's at this hotel? Gosh, I'd heard the opposite.
attention, please. The cable car to Santa Esperanza leaves in 2 minutes.
A. Ryan, owner of Ryan Hotels, the visionary who transformed the Hindenburg into the monument to aeronautical luxury it is today. The window cleaners up here deserve every cent they make. I wouldn't do it for all the money in the world. Someday, maybe.
Come on!
What happened here?
Nothing to worry about, my good man. What happens on the Hindenburg stays on the Hindenburg.
How can you work in a place like this?
You don't want to know where I worked before this, my good man.
Are you saying the law doesn't apply here?
We're too high up, my good man. The law has always preferred to look down.
You never had problems with the police?
Oh, many a one, my good man. In fact, what I'm cleaning up is today's first problem.
I'm sorry. If it wasn't for my habit of checking all possible exits when I walk into the lion's den, I'd be a dead man. You should be rotting in jail.
That's exactly what I've been doing for the last 19 and a half years. You'll be surprised what a little good behavior can do for a person. You're not gonna ask me for my last words this time? I'm a lot closer to death than when I last saw you. As are you.
Why did you ask me here?
Why did you come?
I wanted to see if you'd improved with age. I'm glad to see the answer's no.
When you said rot in jail, you really meant it, huh? Look, I didn't ask you here to find out who's got the snappiest comebacks. I want to hire you.
What?
I require your services as a detective.
I don't know what your game is, but if your plan was to surprise me, you've succeeded.
Look, Ness. My granddaughter Sophia has been kidnapped. When what happened to my son, Vittorio, I put her in a boarding school. She was entered under a false surname, Colombo. Nobody knows who she is.
Nobody?
Only Milton, the man who brought you here. I trust him completely. 2 days ago, a guy turned up at the boarding school. He introduced himself as Guido Colombo, the girl's uncle, and her new legal guardian. He said her parents had just died in a tragic automobile accident. He produced all the relevant papers, driver's license, the custody document supposedly made out by the father, the death certificates. He explained away the fact that the girl didn't know him by saying he moved to Seattle before she was born.
Any clues?
Nah. Well, Sophia was wearing a blue dress with flowers that I personally ordered for her from Italy. She was also wearing white ballet shoes with daisies embroidered on them. As for the guy, the school principal said he was tall and slim, in his 50s. No particular accent. Black hair, no beard, no glasses. Well dressed. Could be anyone. But I know he was hired by one of my old associates. Someone wants to finish me once and for all. Maybe they want control of what's left of my organization. Maybe they hate my guts.
And I thought I was the only one who still hated you after 20 years. What else have you got?
I got this. And I got you.
You don't have me. My place is at my diner. And your girl's not there.
Huh. So where should I be looking?
I'm not a cop anymore. Call the station.
The station? Are you serious? The cops are rotten to the core. I should know. I helped make them that way.
So why me?
20 years ago, I pushed you to the edge. I bought your friends and killed the ones who couldn't be bought. I got you so obsessed with me that your wife ended up leaving you. When you had nothing left, you walked into my house, shot my bodyguards, and pointed a gun at me. You could have killed me. But you chose to restrain yourself. You even gave my son a lecture on ethics. You're the only honest man I know.
I'll do it. Not for you. For her.
I knew I got the right guy.
But I want something in return.
As you can see, I'm not short of money. Ask. I won't haggle.
You give your entire fortune to the Santa Esperanza hospice.
That won't be difficult. I've been donating to them for decades. And I don't need the money anymore. I don't give a damn what happens to me, Ness. You just save Sophia. And you can start by investigating
Carlo Boccarini.
How did you know?
Biggest forger in Santa Esperanza. Wouldn't surprise me if Sophia's so-called uncle's papers were made by him. Besides, he's been cursing your name ever since we put you in jail.
Hey, I treated him like a son.
After you killed his parents.
They were selling booze without my permission. Wait, you know where to find them?
I have a good contact at the station. A girl. Rookie. Straight arrow. Reliable.
A girl? You saying you trust her?
You are such a chauvinist. Do you trust me?
Deal? That's a spirit. Keep Milton informed at all times, huh? You hear me?
I know you from somewhere.
You're not gonna ask me for my last words?
You should be running. I'm never going to help you. Why me?
I'm not asking you to help me.
I'm not a ghost anymore. I'll do it. Not for you. For her. This town has become a jungle. Not even the rats are safe. Those who swore to protect us fight to steal the last scraps of dignity we have left. And those who should judge them prefer to squabble over their prey. But it wasn't always like this. The Santa Esperanza I was born in was a clean town. A place where it meant something to be a cop. I'm gonna need help. Ness.
Eliot, I found Carlo Boccarini.
I knew you would, Alice.
Write this down. 31 Wicker Avenue in Lakeview.
Thanks. Nice work.
Eliot, what do you want with him? He's got a hell of a file.
I think he's mixed up in a kidnapping, but my client doesn't want the police involved.
What are you getting yourself into? Who's your client?
Alice, I don't have much time. I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks. 31 Wicker Avenue. This is it.
You sure?
I'm sure.
At last. That stench of stale grease about you reminds me too much of my old job.
You worked as a waiter?
I was a chef. And not in any old kitchen. At the maximum security penitentiary on Gore Island. Can't think of a better way to do time. And how do you think I met Alphonse? Playing golf?
Alphonse?
On the subject of cooking, I know your blueberry pie had an extra something. I still don't know what.
Alphonse?
So what now? You got a plan?
Take a look around, in case there's a rear exit. I'll take the main door.
My pleasure.
The fact that a criminal like him can hang up his shingle in broad daylight says a lot about Santa Esperanza. Someone took out sections of the fence. Odd. Interesting taste. Been centuries since a gardener visited this house. Maybe Boccarini's business isn't going too well. The bell doesn't work. I guess Boccarini doesn't get many visitors. Boccarini? Carlo Boccarini?
Nothing of interest out back. Sorry. You better come see this, Mr. Ness.
What is it?
I don't know how to describe it. Is that our man?
Boccarini.
My God.
We have to find out who did this and why. Let's go.
You're the detective, Mr. Ness. Besides, Alphonse will want to see this. I'll be right back.
All right. I have to establish how Boccarini died. Maybe the body parts can shed some light on the motive. Holy Christ, what the hell are we up against? His eyes were pulled clean out of their sockets. Whoever did this, it wasn't their first time. And if they committed any other murders like this, it's likely that the police found some of the bodies. I must remember to ask Alice. His teeth were all pulled out before he was killed. The buildup of blood inside his mouth speaks for itself. Pity he won't last till Christmas, because he'd almost pass for a tree. There's no doubt the murderer took his time. This isn't a cut, it's a tear. His hands were ripped off. Who has that kind of strength? Once he got stuck in there, looks like the bottom of a glass. It's Boccarini, no doubt about that. Although the one I remember was more together. Boccarini's Boccarini's teeth were all pulled out. The murderer tore Boccarini's hands off. What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Boccarini's back. The murderer tore Boccarini's hands off. Hands ripped off, teeth torn out. I guess I'll have to rule out criminal intent or a personal angle. Boccarini's eyes still haven't shown up. What if I look for whatever was used to remove them? The blood comes from the other side of the corridor and ends next to the body. He was attacked in the other room and dragged to the hall. The evidence suggests that the events began in the lounge. How did Boccarini encounter his murderer? Whatever crushed the table must have been really heavy, or maybe it was thrown extremely hard. A perfectly circular dint, as if someone had tried to hammer in a gigantic bolt, around 4 inches in diameter. Fingernails scratched the wood. Blood ran like water. Did it break during the struggle, or was it already broken? What kind of person takes off a wristwatch without unfastening it? Or fastens the strap again after taking it off? Blood. Blood everywhere. This was opened recently. Smells of whiskey. Glass on the floor indicates the window was broken from outside. There's something under there. How'd it wind up under there? Not one round fired. It must have happened fast. What is it with Italians and olives? They lap those things up like caviar. Like a true bachelor, he should have put these into soak. Hours of scraping to get them clean. Although at this stage, I don't think Boccarini's too worried about that. 4 glasses. 2 of water, 2 of wine. I've always been a whiskey man, but I know a good wine when I see one. Leftover lasagna, and it looks good. Why is it that 2 out of 3 Italian gangsters are great cooks? I'll never understand what the deal is with them and cooking. The plates and the glasses leave no room for doubt. Boccherini had company for dinner. One knife's missing, the biggest one. Shut from the inside. Takes a strong man to tear that out. Or several. Jammed shut from the inside. Maybe between the two of us when Milton gets back. If I'm not mistaken, this door opens onto the same room as the locked door in the kitchen. Blood and some kind of sticky liquid. Oh, shit. I should have stayed in my diner. Body? Well, at least I know why his teeth were pulled out, more or less. What is that? Looks like a ritual. What was Boccherini mixed up in? This car looks too classy for a forger like Boccherini. Are there sufficient reasons to believe that when the murderer attacked Boccherini, there was someone else in the house? The first possibility to be ruled out is that the car belonged to Boccherini. Let's take a look in the glove compartment. Bingo. A man's cigarette case. OB. One of the Boccherini clan? Vermont plates. Someone drove a long way. A teaspoon stained with blood and some kind of sticky liquid. The mixture of sticky liquid and blood can only mean one thing. The spoon was used to remove Boccarini's eyes. The mutilations and the disappearance of his eyes suggest two possible motives: psychopathy or cultist fanaticism. Which is it? What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Boccarini's back. A sick altar of human flesh. Some kind of symbol drawn in blood. Although I don't know the origin of the symbol in the bathroom and the altar of flesh and teeth, I'd say the motive was some kind of occult religion. The big question is, who did it? A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room. A pistol, fully loaded. Pieces of glass from the window in the hall, found inside the house. A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room. A door in the kitchen, locked from the inside. It opens onto the same room as the jammed door in the corridor. Dirty plates, glasses, and silverware from a dinner for two. A pistol, fully loaded. An open bottle of whiskey. A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room. The lamp, torn off its brackets and blocking the stairs. An open bottle of whiskey. I'd say Boccarini was drinking in the dining room when his assailant burst in through the window. Boccarini pulled his gun, but the murderer disarmed him before he could shoot. Where did the torture begin? A blood-stained wristwatch with the glass broken and the strap fastened. A broken table, scratched and covered in blood. Two pools of blood, one on either side of the dining room table. The bloodstains show that the murderer began to torture Boccarini on the dining table itself. That was where his hands were torn off. As a result, his wristwatch fell to the ground. How did the body reach its current position? The trail of blood from the dining room to the hall. What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Boccarini's back. A car with Vermont plates. The initials OB. A door in the corridor jammed. It opens onto the lamp, torn off its brackets and blocking the stairs. Boccarini, already minus hands, was dragged into the hall, where the murderer used the brackets of the lamp to complete his macabre diorama. A car with Vermont plates. The initials OB on a cigarette case. 1. It has Vermont plates. 2. It's too luxurious for a criminal of his standing. 3. The initials on the cigarette case don't match his name. The next possibility that needs to be ruled out is that the car was stolen. There should be evidence that there was someone else in the house. Dirty plates, glasses, and silverware from a dinner for two. The dirty dishes and glasses prove that Boccarini ate lasagna with one other person. Was Boccarini's guest still in the house when the murderer showed up? A door in the kitchen, locked from the inside. It opens onto the same room as the jammed door in the corridor. A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room. What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Boccarini's back. It seems clear that Boccarini and his guest were drinking when the murderer took them by surprise. The real question is, what happened to the witness? Did they escape? Did the murderer take them? Or are they still in the house? jammed shut. It opens onto the same room as the locked door in the kitchen. A door in the kitchen, locked from the inside. It opens onto the same room as the jammed door in the corridor. One locked door could be a coincidence, but two locked doors which open onto the same room can't be. Either I'm completely wrong, or the witness is in that room. But I need Milton to open one of those doors.
Mr. Ness, can you open the door for me?
It was open. Why did you ring?
I thought I should use the doorbell so I wouldn't startle you.
When I came in, I pressed the doorbell and it didn't work.
Well, in light of the facts, I deduced that it was your finger that wasn't working. So, what can you tell me to restore my faith in you as a detective?
What is that?
Not a good start. It's a camera, so Alphonse can see all this.
All right. Follow me. Boccherini had company for dinner. Someone from Vermont with the initials OB. Someone whose social status was a lot higher, but who was on the same side of the law. He served lasagna, and after clearing away the dishes, they opened a bottle of whiskey in the dining room. That was when the murderer burst in on them, coming through the window which he broke with his own body weight. Boccherini, or maybe his guest, pulled a gun, but it was a waste of time. The murderer was so fast he was disarmed before he could fire. He focused his attention on Boccherini, totally ignoring the guest, and lifted him up into the air. He then threw him against the dining room table so hard that one of the glasses of whiskey was embedded in Boccherini's back. He span around, clawing at the table, and immediately afterwards the murderer ripped off his hands. I have no idea how he did it, but all the evidence suggests he just pulled. Blood sprayed everywhere. The wristwatch fell to the ground. He dragged him through the corridor into the hall. He tore down the lamp, hung him from the brackets, and stabbed steel rods through his body. He skewered him on the iron bars, possibly taken from the fence outside, and pulled out his teeth one by one. Finally, he scooped out his eyes with a teaspoon. Boccherini must have been dead when the murderer went to the bathroom with his hands in his teeth. There, he arranged them to make an altar, weaving the fingers together and placing the teeth inside. Next, he painted something on the wall in blood, a symbol which I don't recognize, but which could have some kind of ritualistic significance. When he'd finished his artwork, he left. I don't know what he did with the eyes.
You're telling me that someone did all this armed with a teaspoon?
More or less.
And you worked all this out on your own, just by looking?
More or less.
I don't know which of the two of you scares me more. Wait a second. What about the guest?
Right. Come with me. Nothing.
Turns out Mr. Untouchable isn't infallible. But you were close. Congratulations.
This must be Boccherini's office. Let's take a quick look around.
All yours.
You're at a crime scene, and you sit down to read?
Titus Andronicus. One of the actors on the Hindenburg lent it to me. They're performing it soon. You couldn't ask for more appropriate reading material. Murder, mutilation, torture. Shakespeare's got it all.
We've lost the only lead we had to help us find Sophia Capone.
You think Boccherini's murder could be related?
Maybe. It's hard to say. Why'd you go to jail?
For murder, but...
You didn't do it, of course.
Of course I did it, but I didn't intend to.
Jesus, there's at least $1 million here.
Boccarini's?
I'd be surprised. Probably his guests, and I doubt it was to pay Boccarini for his services. None of his forgeries are worth that much. Carlo, I have the goods for OB, but I have to take the children to school tomorrow and I can't make the meetup. Friday, same time, same place. It's signed NI.
These initials are getting to be a pain in the ass, right?
I have to take the kids to school tomorrow. I don't think this is some loving divorced daddy, Milton.
I take back what I just said.
The driver's license of one John Martinson and Osmond Burke. OB.
Do we know him?
The eldest son of the richest family in Vermont, convicted rapist. He was arrested thanks to the testimony of his father, who wound up disinheriting him. He escaped from prison last week. He broke into the family home and slit the throats of all his relatives one by one, opened the safe, and got away with a fortune.
They don't make jails like they used to. All starting to add up, isn't it?
Out of my way! Now!
Milton! Milton!
You're doing fine on your own, Mr. Ness. I believe in you.
He's coming back!
Who's coming back?
Him! The monster!
The guy who killed Boccarini?
He was a monster! Oh, get your hands off me, Negro!
What was he like? Describe him for me.
He was a monster. Red and black. I mean, his head reached the ceiling. He tore off his hands with his claws! It was a monster! A monster!
Should I hit him again?
You're Osmond Burke, right?
Yes.
Good. Now pay attention, Burke, because I have a question for you. Who wrote this note?
Nikolai Ivankov.
Rings a bell.
One of Capone's right-hand men 20 years ago. What does this stuff about kids mean?
I don't know.
Calm down, Burke. You were going to meet up with him, right?
Yes, at the docks, berth 42, right next to where the alligator 3 is moored.
So what's the meetup time?
Tomorrow at noon. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? No, it's going to be tonight. Don't get too comfortable. We'll be there in no time. The cops in Santa Esperanza aren't as straight as the cops in Vermont. Even so, I think they'll be delighted to see you at the station.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Ness. I have to take him to Alphonse.
Out of the question. I know his temper. He'll beat him to a pulp.
Listen, if the missing girl was your granddaughter, you wouldn't forgive me if I didn't let you see the only suspect who could lead us to her.
Okay.
Shucks.
What?
I thought that bloodbath would cover up the smell of stale grease. I was wrong.
Eliot?
Ah, Delphine.
Oh, thank God you're here. The lights were off, so I thought that... I'm sorry. I got out of the hospital late, then I went to the station to pick up Jim's check, and when they told me... I'm scared.
Of what?
What are you drinking?
It's only juice. Juice and nothing else.
Breathe on me. You heard me. I'm sorry. It hasn't been a good day.
What's happened?
No! You knew!
Knew about what?
What's that gun doing there?
A guy I know is having trouble with a two-bit mafioso. He asked me to go with him, just in case. I didn't have to get it out.
Well, don't. Don't start taking on the Mafia. Not now. You really don't know?
No, I don't know. And if you keep up the guessing games, I'll never know.
He's back.
Who?
Him. I don't know why it still surprises me, but it's incredible that you were such a good detective, and yet you've never been able to understand people. Capone got out of jail.
Where'd you hear that?
Chief Jenkins.
Chief Jenkins? The same guy who said he was going to clean up Santa Esperanza, right? In that case, you can rest assured Capone just put on his striped pajamas, and in 4 minutes' time, he'll be snoring in his cell.
Eliot, what if it's true? If he's out, what's the first thing he's going to do? Who does he hate more than anyone?
If it's true he got free, which I doubt, the first people he'll want to take out are the ones who put him in jail, the members of the jury. And if my memory serves, there were a lot of them. It'll take him a long time to get to me.
Please, Eliot, don't joke. You're the only part of Jim's life that I have left. If you put yourself in danger, I'm fine. Thanks.
My hand? I burnt it cooking. Fried eggs are the devil's work.
What's going on, Eliot? We're closed.
Can you wait outside for a couple of minutes, Milton?
Sure, of course. Although, I'm sorry to say, but we're short on time.
Eliot.
I said a couple of minutes, Milton.
It's all right. Goodbye, Eliot. You can use that couple of minutes to teach this gentleman some manners.
No, and it's none of your business.
Sorry to butt in. I've brought your rapist costume for the party. Seriously, you're not...
No, she's the wife of a friend who died in the line of duty, Jim Dockers.
Alphonse told me about him.
Your Alphonse killed him.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Ness. Although he's not the same man he was. Anyway, isn't the deal with marriage until death do us part?
It's not that simple. There are other factors. Delphine and I have been friends a long time, and I don't have many friends. I can't risk losing her.
Right. So you like her, but you don't have the nerve.
Oh yeah? What would you do?
Women have never been one of my priorities.
I'm sorry?
Forget it. You screwed Alphonse good, didn't you?
I don't think he holds it against me this far down the line. He's a new man now, right?
Did you enjoy it?
I'm a cop. Correction, I was a cop. You do the job you're given. End of story.
I hear you. But you didn't finish the next job they gave you. Did they find those kids?
No. How do I look?
Like the invisible man in the movie. No one's gonna buy it.
Take it easy. Everything's going to work out fine.
So, everything's gonna work out fine, huh? You sure it's here?
Relax. It's just a little further. Just follow me.
This plan is suicidal. We're gonna die.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. And may I ask why?
It's not the first time I've done a job like this, and I never was any good at getting killed.
There's a first time for everything, my friend.
Milton, if you go on contradicting me, you're not going to get into your role. Don't forget, while we're here, you're supposed to be at my beck and call.
While we're here.
Hear that? Not bad.
A white boy who likes the blues. What's next? You gonna let the black man vote?
Hey, you. Where do you think you're going?
Hello, friend. I've come to speak with Nikolai Ivankov. Can you help me?
I'm sorry, pal. The Mummy Repair Center is over on the other side.
Well, we tried being polite.
Kick him in the balls, honey.
It'd be my pleasure, Sweetie Chops.
Dakota.
Yeah, my pleasure, Miss Dakota.
Listen, friend, I've had to freeze my ass off on guard duty myself. Let me and my man pass, and you can carry on warming yourself up.
The other option is for us to warm him up ourselves, Mr. Burke.
Ah, you got one of those uppity Negroes, I see.
If he's like that with me, think what he'd do with you.
What the fuck? Who the hell do you think you are?
I'm Osmond Burke, and I have an appointment with your boss.
You're Burke. Why didn't you say so before? Come on in.
What is that thing?
You really wanna know? Better off not asking.
It's supposed to be here.
Where's the ship?
Looking for someone?
We arranged to meet Nikolai Ivankov at berth 42, but it looks like the ship isn't moored here. Has she set sail?
It isn't moored? Maybe she sunk to the bottom of the ocean.
You know that we punish children who behave badly, don't you? Yesterday, it was Juliet who behaved badly. Do you remember?
Uh-huh.
She hit Junior so she would finish ahead of him in the morning race. Do you know what we did to her?
Mm-mm.
Don't worry. You'll find out soon enough. Which do you prefer? The doll or the plush toy? 2 days ago, Mickey bit Tom so he could take his food. Do you know what we did with him?
Bruno says you killed him.
Bruno says many things. Which do you prefer, blonde hair or brown? And today, you tried to escape. Do you know what the difference is?
No.
Juliet and Mickey hurt their friends so that we would not punish them. You tried to escape, but you did not harm your friends. On the contrary, you tried to help Bruno, putting your own life in danger. Very few children would do that. We are going to punish you. But in a different way than Juliet and Mickey. Bruno, on the other hand, did something very similar to them. He betrayed you to avoid being punished.
I'm sorry.
Which of these two drawings do you like best?
I'm sorry.
Cold day. It's a cold day. In the beginning of the end, this rainy day, I'm waiting for some kind of sign. I try not to fall into the void. I don't care about nothing. See the world in my eyes, night come and go. Now it's getting dark, my world is lost. Heaven's in my head. There will be a light when I feel my heart. bullets.
Protect him.
Is she here?
My father asked you to take care of me. Is this how you respect a dead man's wishes?
Screw everything I said.
He's Al Capone. He may not have much left, but he'll have something.
Life's full of little twists and turns, huh?
Previously on Blues and Bullets. Do I know you from someplace?
Me? No. But you do know my boss.
You should be rotting in jail.
Look, Ness. My granddaughter Sophia has been kidnapped.
And I thought I was the only one who still hated you after 20 years. What else have you got?
I don't give a damn what happens to me, Ness. You just save Sophia.
I'll do it. Not for you. For her. Carlo Boccherini. Biggest forger in Santa Esperanza.
Is that our man?
We have to find out who did this and why. Let's go. You're Osmond Burke, right? Who wrote this note?
Nikolai Ivankov.
Calm down, Burke. You were going to meet up with him, right? It's going to be tonight.
Did they find those kids?
No. How do I look?
Like the Invisible Man in the movie. No one's gonna buy it.
I'm Osmond Burke, and I have an appointment with your boss.
Come inside if you like.
Strange tent for Christmas week.
Here, I'm waiting. Don't be shy. Tell your fortune, young man.
I don't think it'll be good, but go ahead.
Oh, I see success at work. Very soon. Probably the last in a long time.
That's enough for me. You just made my day.
In that case, I'd better not tell you how the affair with that married woman is going to go.
What? How do you know?
It's better if I don't tell you. And that's all we're going to talk, for now. You may leave now. I feel someone is waiting for you.
Whoa, that was intense. Everyone's so excited about the new waterfront. It'll attract the tourists, it'll bring new life to Santa Esperanza. But if we don't get Capone, he'll make sure that it will only bring more death. Hank Sorensen?
Do I know you?
I've heard a lot about you and your establishment.
All good, I hope. The Tipsy Mermaid is famous for its hospitality, charm, and respect for the law.
Really? In that case, I was misinformed.
If you like, you can take a seat and see for yourself. But make it quick. In less than 10 minutes, this place will be crawling with customers who are a lot less discerning than yourself.
If I'm gonna buy something, it better be something for Delphine or Claire. Any luck? They biting?
I've been after this old bastard for months. A giant sea bass, wicked as they come, sharp as a razor, the spawn of Satan himself. But every day he comes a little closer to the hook. I'm gonna land that son of a bitch eventually. Why am I telling you this? I bet you don't know shit about fishing.
You're right. I haven't fished since I was a kid. But if it's so enormous, you sure you can land it?
Screw you, Satan. Of course I can. The hard part is getting him to bite. And to do that, I need you to shut your goddamn mouth. Now beat it. Go screw yourself.
Hey there.
Shall we walk?
I hope someday we can walk arm in arm.
Was it hard to get away?
Not really. I told Martha I had to check out a tip-off. In fact, it's true.
That's That's exactly what Jim told me. On Strawberry Avenue, right?
I left him in charge. It's a routine check. I'm sure it's nothing. At the most, some kind of abandoned bootlegger still. O'Reilly and DiPietro were with him. Even Garrison joined them to stretch his legs and take a break from the leads in the accounting book.
Are you certain there's no danger?
I'm not certain of anything anymore. But I had to see you. These last months haven't been easy. We barely see each other. We're drifting apart, and I can't allow this to end badly.
This isn't right. If we go on, I'm gonna end up hating you. I think I already do, almost as much as I hate myself.
Delphine.
Goddamn fish!
Before, I had you as a way of escaping from Jim. But since you began this crusade against alcohol...
Against Capone.
Damn you to hell, Satan!
Ever since you dragged Jim into these untouchables of yours...
Jim Dockers is the best cop in Santa Esperanza, and the most honest.
You sent him out on a raid so you could see his wife, Eliot. How can you look him in the face after that?
I'll tear out your liver, you unholy abomination!
I know how to keep love and work separate, Delphine.
When I'm with him, he only talks about you, and now you only talk about him?
It was you who...
You screwed everything up. Can't you see that?
I'll rip your scales out one by one with my fucking teeth!
That wasn't my intention, Delphine. I'm sorry.
You don't have to be. There's nothing to be done. It's over, Eliot.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna cut you up and just chop you into little...
Will you shut up? We're having a conversation.
No, I'm not gonna shut up until I've landed that son of a bitch!
Do you want a Christmas punch in the square?
Come on.
I'm serious. When I cast the line, the hook got caught round the back in my pants.
No!
Just on the seam, you know where. Ripped it right open.
Tell me there was no one behind you.
Well, of course there was. The girl I was trying to impress. And her father, and the rest of her family. Imagine the scene. There I was, shorts on display.
What can I get for the happy couple?
2 glasses of Christmas punch, please.
Coming right up. With or without alcohol?
Without, please.
Well, of course. Besides, we don't serve alcohol here. No siree. At the Tipsy Mermaid, we have the greatest respect for the law.
I think Jim suspects something.
Yeah, when all's said and done, he is a cop.
Eliot, we have to stop seeing each other. It won't be such a big change. Really, I think it's best if we break it off. Jim needs me, your priority is your work, and I don't see any other way.
You're right. It's best if we just break it off, as if we'd never loved each other.
Eliot, don't be like that.
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I understand. I guess I would do the same. Jim is a good man.
But it's not just because of Jim. Don't forget I have a daughter.
You know, I never forget that.
What about your marriage? Why don't you give it a chance?
Martha's parents are coming on Friday
They are.
to take her back to Greenville.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Ah, what do I care? Her loss.
I don't know you anymore, Eliot. You really are untouchable. And I am Jim Docker's wife. Besides, if I want to study medicine, I'm gonna need time. I can't steal it from my family.
I know, and I support you, but
2 glasses of Christmas punch for the happy couple. The fuzz really screwed up this time, huh?
what do you mean?
Can't you hear the sirens? On the radio, they're saying 4 cops got pumped full of lead. Not that I'm glad to hear it, of course.
Where?
On Strawberry Avenue, I think.
No, 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 no! Jim!
Wait!
What?
I'll come with you.
No. Oh my God. Jim!
Looks like someone said something they shouldn't have.
Whiskey. A bottle. Now.
We don't serve alcohol here, sir. At the Tipsy Mermaid, we have the greatest respect for the law.
You took delivery of 12 cases on Wednesday night. Bring me a bottle, or I'll make sure you rot in jail for the rest of your sorry little life.
1 bottle of whiskey coming right up.
Garrison. O'Reilly. DiPietro. Dockers. Garrison. O'Reilly. DiPietro. Dockers.
fucking Negro.
Theseus is my bodyguard, and he's a good one. I always choose the best. Especially when I'm traveling with a heavy load.
Jesus Christ, Burke. You're a mess. I'm delighted I finally get to meet the star of the newsreels. Although I won't be able to say I saw your face. Will you be like that for long?
The doctor doesn't dare give me a date. I have to see him every 15 days.
Every 15 days? See your doctor or your mistress? Really the dog's life, Burke. The life of a fucking dog. Politicians steal, judges are crooked, storekeepers overcharge. Do they have to change their faces? No. These are honorable members of society. Unbelievable. Christ, you can't even feel secure in your own face. The dog's life, being a criminal. You know what I'd like to be? A boxer. I promise, but...
What the hell is that?
That is my bodyguard. But he knows how to keep his mouth shut.
Forgive Theseus, but you won't deny that your man is spectacular, to say the least.
Ah, a grateful customer. Boccherini and I... By the way, he gave you your new papers, didn't he?
Yes, I got them from him last night, over dinner.
Over dinner? At home? He never used to let forged papers anywhere near his house. That old bastard is so decrepit, he can't even control his farting.
I meant before dinner. He handed over the papers at the meeting place, but he took a liking to me and invited me to dinner. Well, in fact, he did get them to me in time, but I asked for a couple of changes. You know how it is.
Right. This way.
Bluffing again.
Son of a bitch.
It's called a poker face, you amateurs.
Well. Here we are. I admire you. You got balls on you, like two left hooks. A chick turns you down, you fuck her anyway. Your family turns you in. So, second smiles all round. Your face on the front pages, you get yourself a new one.
I never liked it that much anyway, you know?
Speak for yourself. For me, my face is like my cock. I'm too fond of it.
Speaking of my family...
Why's that piece of shit laughing?
Theseus.
Ah, you'll find a good beating does the trick. Wait. I know that face from somewhere.
You do?
Yes. Where the hell do I know it from? Ah, doesn't matter. I don't spend much time with living Negroes. So, you come to me from Vermont to spend $1 million fucking dollars on such unique merchandise. Why? What are you going to do with it? You got me intrigued, you know.
If you need to know before you can do the deal, I'm afraid that my $1 million and I will have to walk out the way we came in.
Okay, okay. I don't need to know. You pay me, I hand it over. That's the way we do these things. By the way...
What? You think I'd fall for that?
Son of a bitch!
Bring it! Of all the men I have on Alligator 3, only he dares to touch it. The rest are terrified. Bunch of faggots.
That's just what I wanted to ask you about. Since when does Nikolai Ivankov hide himself away in a submarine? What are you scared of?
So, you like to use your brain, huh? Some disappear by changing their face. Others prefer less drastic measures. I've owned it for a long time, for certain types of business. But I came on board yesterday because... well, I'm sure you've heard the rumors. He's back.
Of course. Capone. Are you serious? You think he's a threat?
Oh, you don't know him.
He's been in jail for 20 years. He must be ruined.
He's Al Capone. He may not have much left, but he'll have something. He's like a retired boxer. All the technique, no reflexes. If he catches you off guard, you're dead meat. Stay on guard, and you'll take him out before he even sees you. And I think he's coming after me.
I know there's more. Spill.
You know? Did Boccarini tell you?
I have my own sources. Is she here?
Here? No, Boss. No. We emptied the cargo zone just...
The cargo zone? The cargo zone? Ah, Boccarini mentioned something.
So you had dinner last night with Boccarini?
Yes.
Of course, he probably cooked you his specialty.
Maybe. He made lasagna, but I don't know if that's his specialty.
Duh. So, do you have the false papers he gave you? Just that with all this talk of him getting old, I'd like to see if he's lost his touch.
Don't worry about that. I checked them thoroughly, and they're absolutely perfect. He's still on good form.
I see. This just confirms my suspicions. You know, I fear you may have been robbed. It turns out they just found the body in a nice part of town. A recent suicide, it would seem. Apparently he jumped from a high place. He landed feet first, and his thigh bones burst his lungs. But the face was intact. Well, that's a figure of speech. He had recently been operated on. And, to get back to the subject, In his pocket, he had the papers Boccarini gave to you.
Milton! Don't let them get close to me!
Where's Simon Call? Milton, the door. At your command, Mr. Ness.
Come on!
It's a pleasure to be me again.
Shut the hot cheese!
We have to get him and have a little chat.
Protect Simon Call! Don't let them get to the boss! So, everything's gonna work out fine, huh?
If someone hadn't thrown someone off the side of a Zeppelin.
Well, Alphonse is some crazy notion.
Alphonse. Grabbing a gun and helping me.
I don't like shooting. I prefer the human touch.
Why does Capone send me a bodyguard who won't shoot?
I'm not your bodyguard, Ness. I'm here to watch you. They're heading for the machine room!
There's only two of them, for God's sake!
I'll take the Negro!
Start the immersion and activate the alarm!
I want the secret
Of what?
of your blueberry pie!
In your dreams. got a way out.
You can drive that thing?
I'll have to.
Let's go.
Not yet. Ivankov mentioned the cargo zone when I tried to get information about the girl. I have to investigate.
All yours. I'll stand guard.
Without a gun?
I always carry one.
No.
I prefer not to use it unless I have to.
They could have killed us.
But they didn't. You should be proud of yourself. Not mad at me.
You're not going to help me?
No.
No?
I'm not a detective, and there's too much blood in this tragedy to put it down.
You want blood? I promise you, we've got oceans of it right here. And unlike the blood in your Shakespeare, this is real.
Yet another reason.
Why don't you like shooting?
I did it once. I wasn't good at it. Never again.
Could this be Sophia Capone? In any case, it seems that someone paid an extremely high price. Specific orders. Short, red-haired adolescent. Middle-aged white man. Young Negro girl. Looks like Ivankov was paid for some of them, but some were rejected. No doubt about it. Ivankov likes boxing. I knew it. Ha! Receipt from the most expensive children's clothes store in Santa Esperanza, issued yesterday. I wonder how many death sentences came out of this thing. Guido Colombo. According to Capone, that's the name Sophia's kidnapper used to pass himself off as her uncle when he took her from the school. We owe this beautiful work of forgery to the talent of Carlo Baccarini. May he rest in peace. Kulikov, the most versatile vodka in the world. you have a sweet tooth?
Yeah?
And that's why they called you the Sugar Kid?
All right. What do you want to know?
Why did you shoot those people?
The white guy's friends follow the black guy who accidentally killed him. They're 20 at least. They start insulting him. The black guy takes it. After the insults, the spitting starts. The black guy takes it. The shoving. The black guy takes it. Kick from the back. The black guy takes it. Another and another. Black guy turns and fights back. And the mob, growing by the minute, falls on him. Someone fires a shot in the air. Everyone backs off. That someone is the dead guy's brother. He sticks a gun in the black guy's face, but the black guy's quicker. He grabs the gun, shoots him in the chest. While the crowd runs, the black guy empties the gun, not pausing to take aim. 1 dead, 4 wounded, 13 years. Reduced due to temporary insanity. You satisfied? Anything else?
How did you survive on Gore Island?
Alphonse. When I arrived, he was still in his prime, and he ruled the roost. He protected me until, years later, I had to protect him. You satisfied? Anything else?
I'm sorry about Billy Johnson.
I don't know how it happened. I didn't mean to hit him so hard. Well, I did, but you catch my drift. First of all, I should have been letting him beat me. The fight was fixed. But I wasn't in the mood, and I took it out on poor Billy. A white boy who probably had no idea was rigged. There you are. Now you know who I am. So, what's the secret ingredient?
The deal was that you would tell me who you are, and I found it out for myself.
You win, my friend. For now.
They're still damp. Quite the contrast with the rest of the room. I'd almost say it was cleaner than my shower at home. Damn, where's the key? My God, what is this? Bloody paw prints. Made by dogs, most likely. Bloodstains trampled by the bare feet of at least 4 different people. The boots that left these prints were fairly new, to judge by the clean outline of the sole. Looks like a scoreboard. Some of the competitors have letters and a number, but towards the end there are others that only have a number. Bingo. The giant container has been used to hold children. Was Sophia Capone held in the container? Boy's underwear. Dirty. Doesn't look like the dress Capone said Sophia was wearing.
Well, Sophia was wearing a blue dress with flowers that I personally ordered for her from Italy. Yeah, she was also wearing white ballet shoes with daisies embroidered on them.
No adult could sleep here. What do you have to do to a child before they draw something like that? These prisoners were treated reasonably well, all things considered. Ivankov said he dreamt of becoming a boxer. Did his dreams come true down here? There's more than blood on here. There's chunks of brain. The leather's ripped, torn by teeth. Based on what I got out of Ivankov and these pieces of evidence, I guess he's a human trafficker. Is there evidence that proves Ivankov was trafficking in humans? The marks seem to have been made by teeth, although I can't be sure. Animal fur. Just a number. I think they tried to clean up urine stains with some kind of powerful cleaning product made with ammonia. Bullet casings. He probably shot at whatever was in the cage. They invented these less than 20 years ago to make life easier for lumberjacks. I wonder how long it was before the mob was using them for their own ends. This is fresh blood, not more than a day old. Dried blood. Been there a while. Marks left by the chainsaw, no doubt. A cross painted by hand in blood. Was it the prisoner's own hand and their own blood? Sickening smell, revolting stains. This was a toilet for whoever was locked up here. The diameter of these shackles is pretty conclusive. wrists or ankles. There's still some water and the food hasn't dried out completely. This cage was occupied recently. I think it says Abdelkader, the owner of the biggest prostitution ring in Santa Esperanza. 3 Ks. Holy Christ. Jesus. A bucket that contained excrement. Recent traces of food and drink. Shackles the right size for wrists and ankles. No doubt about it, there were people in these cages. The size of the shackles, the troughs for food and drink, and the buckets for waste prove it. Can I prove that the people held here were sold? According to Ivankov's register, not all his merchandise is accepted by the customer. Someone paid a lot of money for a piece of merchandise that could well be Sofia Capone. The cages are labeled with letters, or names and numbers. The labels on the cages could refer to the customers who buy human merchandise from Ivankov. I base this assumption on the register, in which some of the pieces are marked as acceptable and paid for, and others are not. What does he do with the ones that are rejected? A metal table on which bodies were mutilated recently. Chewed and stained with blood and body tissue. A scoreboard, like a knockout tournament. Human bodies, dismembered and piled up like trash. Someone paid a lot of money for a piece of merchandise that could well be Sofia Capone. Children's shampoo. A girl's shoe identical to the one that Capone said his granddaughter Sofia was wearing. The forgeries belonging to Sofia Capone's kidnapper. A shoe, identical to the one described by Capone, and the documents used by the person pretending to be Sofia's uncle make it certain that she was held here. Sofia Capone was here, but did she get out? Someone paid a lot of money for a piece of merchandise that could well be Sofia Capone. According to the register, Ivankov was paid for Sofia, which means she was handed over to his customer. Sofia Capone got out of here, but did she get out alive? A hefty receipt for children's clothes with yesterday's date. Towels that are still damp. Children's shampoo. Someone wanted them to look perfectly presentable. The damp towels, the children's shampoo, and the receipt from the children's clothes shop indicate that they washed and dressed the children before taking them away. I strongly doubt that they washed them just to kill them, so there is reason to believe that Sofia Capone is still alive. A metal table on which bodies were mutilated recently. Cages that likely house dogs. With all the pieces that are rejected by his customers, Ivankov organizes fights, probably to the death, between prisoners and between prisoners and dogs. Maybe even between prisoners and his own men. What is the fate of those that lose? A metal table on which bodies were mutilated recently. Human bodies, dismembered and piled up like trash. It seems clear that those that lose in combat are hacked to pieces. Some of them while they're still alive. I'd say they're then thrown into the water, but there's no proof. We're done here. Let's go.
Already? I thought I'd have time to finish Act 4.
Are you doubting my efficiency as a detective?
That would depend on the quality of your conclusions.
Ivankov is a human trafficker. He has various customers who make specific requests. Slavers, imps, God knows what else. He kidnaps them and puts them in these cages, shackling them and feeding them like animals until he's ready to complete the order. When he has enough, or maybe when the designated day comes around, his customer comes here and decides which of his catches are satisfactory and which are not. What does he do with the rejects? For many people, this would be a problem, but not for Ivankov. Like a true boxing fan, he organizes fights between the failed candidates. Bloody tournaments, possibly to the death. I'm sure his men place bets, and that the whole sick spectacle, like the Roman circus, helps keep morale high. But, as in the circus, it's not just people that fight. There are animals too. In these cages, Ivankov kept dogs. He forces the survivors to fight them, wearing boxing gloves, until the dogs tear them apart. And if anyone survives, Ivankov's own men finish the job. This leads us to the next problem. What does Ivankov do with the bodies? Easy. He cuts them up on this table, one by one, alive even, if they had the bad luck not to die in the arena. And then, I don't know, maybe he throws them overboard, but that's always risky. Maybe if we interrogate him when he wakes up, he can tell us more. But that's not what really interests us. What really interests us is what's inside, or what was inside this container. In recent weeks, Ivankov has kidnapped 9 children for an anonymous client who pays him a fortune for each one of them. The most expensive item of all has been given the initials SC, our Sophia, as proved by one of her shoes, which I found in there. Today, or possibly last night, the customer took delivery of the children and paid in full. Before this, Ivankov bought them new clothes and gave them a shower. Why would he do that? Is it to sell them into adoption in wealthy families? I very much doubt it, but I can't figure out another reason. What I do think is that his client doesn't want to leave loose ends. I think he forced him to get rid of the rest of his prisoners. This is why they organized fights yesterday, dismembered the combatants, and even killed all the dogs.
Are you joking?
No.
Oh, man. Let's take this piece of shit to Capone.
What?
They're old friends. I'm sure Alphonse will be happy to...
Out of the question. You saw what he did to Burke. You want him to do it again? Want us to lose another witness? Christ, 20 years ago, I let a child murderer slip through my fingers. I won't let that happen again. What if the two cases are related?
Not gonna persuade you, am I?
No.
Okay.
Wake up, Eliot.
We there?
No, still a ways to go. But from here, we have to go on foot.
We've been in the car for 2 hours. You going to tell me why we're here?
Because we need to get there.
Come on, Jim.
Be patient. I told you it's a surprise. I want you to find out for yourself. Or don't you like surprises?
I like him. Who doesn't? But what kind of surprise requires you to carry a gun?
Name me one thing you can do in Santa Esperanza without carrying a gun.
Touché.
Do as I say and you'll see. Take it from Jim Dockers.
Because you're my friend, right?
Don't let your guard down. Have you heard of the Voduna cult?
You mean voodoo? Dolls and needles?
Yes and no. It's different varieties of the same thing. The Vodun religion from East Africa. In Cuba, they call it Vodou. In Haiti, it's voodoo. Santa Esperanza had its own version. A little community that lived in these woods, no more than 200 people, I reckon.
Had?
Right. They say practically all of them died. A sort of civil war sparked up by betrayal. Betrayal between friends.
Really? What kind of betrayal?
The Vodunas place particular importance on a person's name. They chose a name for themselves when they reached adulthood, and they only revealed it to their partners and their descendants.
Is that so?
It is. Legend says that while he was out hunting with his right-hand man, the chief of the Vodunas was attacked by...
Not such a dumb idea. I wish no one knew my name.
Well, for the Vodunas, it wasn't that simple. Ah, shit. Help me with this, Eliot. One, two, three. They had different names for day-to-day use. Nicknames similar to Indian names. Come on. Anyway, while he was out hunting, the chief of the tribe was attacked by a bear.
A bear? There were never any bears in Santa Esperanza.
Why are you talking in the past tense? I wasn't joking when I told you not to let your guard down.
Shit.
The chief's wounds looked fatal, so he confided in his best friend, the best hunter in the tribe, and whispered his true name to him. The hunter left him in the woods, went back to the village, and told the news to the chieftain's wife and children.
Well, that's tough. However badly wounded he was his partner. You can't leave your partner in the woods, whatever state he's in.
Let's hope neither of us has to make that kind of decision today.
Sullivan River. Flows into the Donovan Dam, I think.
I didn't think geography was your department.
Sometimes I like to dabble in things that aren't officially my department.
So I see. According to Vaduna law, from the moment the hunter whispered the dead husband's name to the chief's wife, he would take his place.
In what sense?
In the eyes of the tribe, he became him. He had to take on his role, fulfill his duties, raise his children, and sleep with his wife. Damn. Should be right here.
What?
The sign tells us which way we have to go. Must be hidden in the undergrowth.
You look for it. I'll stand guard.
No, I'll stand guard.
This burned out a long time ago. Weeks, I guess. What kind of hunter abandons his trap when he leaves the woods? Animal attack, no doubt about it. Here's the sign. Looks like it was knocked over by a poacher's prey.
Well spotted. Let's go on.
You taking me to a church?
It's never a bad time to confess your sins.
What was that?
No idea.
Ah!
You were blocking my target. Sorry.
It's all right, just a scratch.
Probably a splinter.
Are we going after whatever it was?
Let's not push our luck. I don't want our story to end up like the Vaduna chieftain and the hunter.
Okay, let's go.
They built the chapel after the massacre of the Vaduna people.
You still haven't told me how that happened.
The hunter became the chief and moved in with his family. It wasn't the first time that kind of thing had happened. But one thing did happen for the first time. The wounds the bear had inflicted on the real chief were less serious than they seemed. A few days later, he came back and claimed what was his. But the hunter wasn't so sure. He was the chieftain now.
Yes, but the hunter won his new identity by leaving the old chief to his fate.
He betrayed his friend. I agree with you. As did many of the Vadunas. But the rest of the village didn't see it that way. The Vadunas were split into supporters of the new chief and the old one, and Well, you know how it all ended. Eliot, I have a problem. I think Delphine is cheating on me with another man.
Whoa.
Some nights when I lie down next to her in bed, her hair smells of gunpowder. Someone who regularly handles guns is touching her. Do you have any idea who it could be?
I'm sorry, Jim. I should have told you before. I don't even know how it started. Jim, please, put the gun down.
Yeah, Jim, put it down. You're late. You know why they built this chapel?
We know.
Typical Americans. They find that a bunch of crazies from some wacky religion have killed each other, and they build them a church, huh? As if the dead give a damn about their Christian God.
Jim, what's going on?
I told you, it's a surprise.
Who's going in?
He is.
Me?
Trust me.
You believe in God, Ness?
If I didn't, I couldn't survive this war. Someone had some fun at these critters' expense. Mary Magdalene, the prostitute who repented and washed the feet of Christ.
I have a gun pointing at your head. I could kill you right now.
But you haven't. So you're either a big mouth or a coward.
I won't shoot. I'm here to help you.
Yeah?
Look under your knees.
What is this?
To you, just a bunch of scribbles. But to someone who knows what he's looking at, it could be prison bars for Capone.
What, he hates reading so much he sees a book as a prison sentence?
Very funny, Ness. Your financial specialist, Garrison, he'll know what to do.
Why are you doing this?
What do you care? I'm serving you Capone's head on a golden plate. Don't ask questions. Just beat it, Ness. The sooner you set Garrison to work, the sooner all this will be over. God, I hate cops.
Carmine?
Please, no.
Why?
He threatened my kids.
Capone? No, you're his right-hand man, his chief executioner.
He's lost his mind. He suspects everyone and everything. He has to be stopped. Don't kill me. For my kids' sake.
You remember Don Prescott? 33 years on the force, my first partner. You left his face in such a mess, they had to make him a clay mask so his family could look at him at the funeral.
Capone wanted him dead.
What about Amber Fisher, 15 years old? You held her prisoner for 3 days. She committed suicide only hours before we came to rescue her. I don't need to remind you what you did to her, do I?
I was following orders.
No. Capone orders you to kill. You improvise. You enjoy it.
You can't do this.
Eliot, don't do it. Kill an unarmed man and it'll haunt you your whole life.
I deserve a trial.
We're cops, not killers.
Jesus, Ness, weren't you...
Control your anger.
Weren't you the most honest man in Santa Esperanza?
Go back to Capone. Don't let him suspect a thing. And when I bring him to justice, you'll testify against him.
Yeah. Thank you, Ness. Thank you.
Well done. I made that mistake once. Only once. And it still torments me. Let's go.
Congratulations, Carmine. Great performance.
My kids.
Don't worry. I'm not going to touch them.
Thank you.
I always keep my word.
If Capone finds out what you made me do, he'll kill me.
That won't happen. You have my word.
Thank you.
Well, I think Capone is going to need a new right-hand man.
Did Carmine get in touch with you? How did you do it?
It doesn't matter. Stroke of luck. Now, all we need to do is be careful. See what Garrison can find.
Jim, about Delphine?
Shut it. First we finish Capone. Then we talk.
Alone again, Ness? Wow, don't tell me your friends let you down again. Lucky you got me, huh? I'm losing my mind. It's only logical that doctors should abandon you. You just told him you're screwing his wife. Honest and moronic. But what about the others? What will they think of you? you lose touch with everyone, Ness? Or maybe it's just that anyone who gets close to you winds up dead. You should try to save her, right? The question is, can you? Do you even want to? It's funny. You don't mind giving half your earnings to some two-bit thief who walks into your restaurant, but when your friends are in danger...
No, please, no.
Was tapped. They broke into my house. Why did you get me mixed up in this?
Alice!
Eliot, this is your fault. Get me out of here.
Hang on, Alice. I'll find you.
Too hard on you. Some facts you do have. Like good old Capone. You should have shot him 20 years ago. But instead of that...
You're always like this. A failure.
You pal up with him on the condition he donates a tiny fraction of the money he's stolen over the years.
My father asked you to take care of me. Is this how you respect a dead man's wishes?
Very good. You've picked your friends.
Eliot, please.
Say goodbye to the others.
Alice,
No! Alice!
This is a nightmare. Has to be.
Poor guys, huh? You're the one that should be in the body bag, not them. Either way, where were you?
Delphine, no! Not you!
I was followed, Eliot. From the diner. What are you mixed up in?
I see. You were breaking up with your secret sweetheart.
Delphine, no! Not you! Don't worry, Delphine. I'm coming!
You'll never learn, Eliot. You'll go on putting all the people you love in danger, won't you? Until you're completely alone.
Oh, God! Delphine, no! Oh. No.
What are you going to do when you're done crying? Now you don't even have the option of getting drunk.
You're a failure.
didn't even have the cojones to finish off his goon in the church. I doubt you'll be able to deal with the real problem.
You're a failure. The only thing you ever did right was put me away. How'd you do it, huh? How? Tell me.
That's the spirit, Eliot. Killing's exactly what God expects of a true believer like you, right?
Die.
That's right. Yes, kill me. Die! You know which part of yourself you're killing, don't you? Die! Die! Die!
Die! Die! Die! Die! Die!
Cool it, Mr. Ness. Alphonse is taking care of that.
You knocked me out. You betrayed me.
Betrayed you? Since when were we partners?
What's going on up there?
That? I think it's modern art. Those things are supposed to be the pillars of Titus Andronicus's palace.
He's going to kill him.
Yeah, most likely. Says here, this is the Shakespearean tragedy that has the most deaths in it.
Talk, you bastard! I don't...
I'd say Capone is Titus, and Ivankov is Aaron, who ordered the kidnapping, rape, and mutilation of Titus's daughter, Lavinia. What do you think?
You son of a bitch!
You are wrong.
We can't let him kill him before he confesses.
I'm sorry, buddy, but what we can't do is to interfere in Alphonse's plans.
Capone doesn't know how to interrogate a prisoner. Look at him. He's letting his anger get the better of him.
Come on, you'll need help.
Let me explain.
Take a rest.
Al, I didn't do a thing. This is all a mistake, I swear.
Are you sure? Because what I found in your submarine makes me think otherwise.
What the fuck did you find?
You keep a register full of names. The names of people you sold to the Ku Klux Klan, to pimps like Abdelkader, or to slave traders.
All right, yes. I make people disappear. Al, you don't know how hard it was to survive after you went away. Santa Esperanza went crazy. The cops, the judges, the other families, they all wanted to destroy your empire. I had to make a living.
What about the children?
What children? I never kidnapped a child. Never!
In your submarine, there's a container with mattresses barely 1.5 yards long, and drawings of kids gunning down your men. Have you seen them?
Yes! For Christ's sake, yes! I traffic in children too. Fuck!
I'll kill you.
But I never kidnapped your granddaughter, Al. Your family is my family.
I've also seen Boccarini's accounts. You paid him $2,500 for some forged papers. In the name of Guido Colombo.
Son of a
Bitch, let me go!
Steady, Alphonse.
It's a lie! It's a lie! He's a fucking cop! How can you believe him?
Take it easy, Alphonse. Take it easy.
I need a name. Just one name. Who asked for the girl? Who?
I don't know. I truly don't know.
You're right, Nikolai. I'm a fucking cop. But despite my reputation, I'm not a good cop.
And what the fuck are you going to do with me?
I put together a file on you years ago when you were working for Capone. You left a family behind in Russia, used to send them money. Are your parents still alive? I'm sure your brother is. And his 3 kids. Or has he had more?
You're bluffing.
Want to take a trip to Russia, Sugar Kid?
I never heard a kid scream in Russian, my friend.
I've never seen her. She told me to find 9 kids for her, not long after Al went into the slammer. Not just any 9 kids. They were all the sons of criminals. Corrupt cops, murderers, rapists.
A woman?
She set up a meet in the caves at Rockford. In the darkness. I never saw her face. A week ago, she had me meet her again. The same place. The same assignment. Just like 20 years ago. But with new kids. Including Sofia Capone.
What else?
That's it.
There has to be more.
Maybe there's someone else who does business with her. Back in the day, I had a mole working undercover with the Gravediggers men.
You mean Elaine Ganella?
We were all spying on each other. We had to slice up the cake that Al had left behind. A few days after the assignment, Ganella took care of the bodies of 8 kids.
Oh dear God, not again. Did Ganella tell you why?
Ness?
This son of a bitch was behind the case that ended my career 20 years ago. The missing children were murdered. Why? Tell me why, you son of a bitch. Did she tell you?
No. Why should she? I don't usually fraternize with the competition. That is all. I am dead.
You have no idea.
You said that.
Screw everything I said.
I don't know what you think I did, but I'd never do anything against you, Al. Yeah, there you go, pussy. You don't have the guts to do shit. I don't know why I told you anything. I knew it was too much for someone like you. Do something! No, please, no!
What the fuck? His bodyguard.
He doesn't feel pain.
He's too strong. Improvised weapons.
Where's your gun?
Lost it. Where's yours?
I prefer not to use it.
Wait! Your gun! Nelson! Yeah!
Where do you buy those things?
He wasn't his bodyguard. He was his jailer.
Let's go. If that thing found us, there'll be more on the way.
All right. I'll go by the suite to pick up my things. Change of plan. I don't want my things anymore.
Where is Mr. Capone? Where is he?
There's no one by that name here, sir.
We have to help them.
What? That's suicidal. There's too many of them. And only Ness is carrying a gun.
You okay?
Thank you, Mr. Ness.
Let's go.
Remember me, Capone? You killed my brother! I'm not sure. Give me another clue.
When he starts thinking, he'll scare you even more.
That's the boy who locked me up. Hey, Ness! Will you shut up?
What now?
You know this place better than me. Any other exits?
There's another cable car for emergencies.
Which way?
That way.
We all okay?
Yeah.
For the time being.
amazing what sticks in people's minds.
There they are!
Capaldi's back, gentlemen, and he has presents for everyone!
There's 3 of them!
Hey, thanks, my friend! You have no idea how much I miss this!
I got that!
Your mama's swear at that, but the next day, she came back for more!
Come here!
Let me try something.
We're not gonna get out of here! So what's the secret ingredient?
We'll get out of here. We have to keep moving.
Shane. This is a massacre!
Who do I kill next? Anyone taking bets?
There's 3 of them!
Die, you jerk!
Which way?
That way! The service entrance!
Let's go.
start it and wait till it reaches us.
Oh, I don't want to. Come on!
Where are we going?
To visit a relic!
Damn!
You remember the November 9th massacre? I arranged a meet with Leo Maldonati in the garage on 72nd and Main. I was alone, but the son of a bitch turns up with 30 men. Fortunately, I brought along one of these beauties. You should have seen the faces on those jacks.
Find him! We need more men!
Not bad for a couple of has-beens, huh?
Whew. How many did we kill?
More than I've seen in 13 years. Now for some food and... protect him.
Powdered licorice, half a teaspoon.
Oh, God. Oh, God, Ray. Oh, God. Oh.
He was a good man. And you know what? The first thing he said to me when he walked into my restaurant was that he was going to die.
He saved my ass several times. Literally. And I don't need to tell you what a big shot mafioso keeps his ass for when he goes into jail. He saved me.
Looks like it's clear. Let's go.
Is this dump safe?
It'll have to do. Besides, they're looking for you. They may not have recognized me. That hurt?
Now, what do you think?
I have painkillers at the diner. You can hold on for a few minutes.
Painkillers? Who do you take me for?
What is this?
What the fuck?
Holy Christ.
It's not fair. It's your fault I'm like this. It was your fault. If you hadn't snitched on me, it wouldn't have happened. I was going to be punished. What was I meant to do? It was your stupid fault. If you'd have been quicker, we'd have escaped. Whatever. Who cares anyway? I don't have a hand. They don't feed me. And they gave you a puppy. It's not fair.
I haven't eaten anything either since I don't know when. A long time. Neither is Groucho. Poor little thing is so hungry. He's just a puppy.
And they cut off my hand. I don't feel good. I don't want to die.
We'll get out. You wait and see.
I hope so. I miss my mom and dad, and my brother, and my toys. Will you let me play with Groucho?
I'll let you stroke him. But be very...
Hello, my dear. Don't be afraid. I have come to bring a present for your little doggy.
His name is Groucho.
Give it to her. The milk will do him good. He has to grow. He needs to get big and strong. What do we say?
Thank you.
No. Thank you, honey, for being such a good girl. Let's go.
Give it to me, please. I need it more. It's just a dog.
I'm sorry, Bruno. You and I can manage.
Whore! You're a whore! A whore! Die, whore! Die, whore! 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 You asked for this. Whore.
Cold day. It's a cold day. In the beginning of the end. This rainy day. I'm waiting for some kind of sign. I try not to fall into the void. I don't care about nothing. See the world in my eyes. Nights come and go. Now it's getting dark. My world is lost. Heaven's in my head. There will be a light when I feel my heart.
They met 20 years ago.
Eliot, whose side are you on?
Looks like someone's tying up loose ends for me.
Tell me straight. You killed him, didn't you?
He was eaten, alive.
Put those instincts to work, Ness. Just when I thought we were getting closer to Sophia.
He kills them at the end. He seems determined to carry out this ritual on individuals with connections to the underworld.
You said you'd find her, Ness. That you'd save her. That you'd bring her back to me.